This is The Pulse, and if you just joined us, it's your #1 comprehensive and authoritative news analysis program you can find around this time in Ghana. Now, in the studio with me is the Nkonkwa man, who is Kofi Akpaloo, and he joins me in the studio to discuss, to do a lot of politics. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining me on The Pulse.
Good afternoon.
Well, before I come to you, let me talk about InnoLink Printing Limited that has denied accusations of any security breach in the printing of presidential ballot papers for the Greater Accra and Volta regions. The Director of Elections for the NPP, Martin J. Kosa, had accused the company of breaching the security arrangements based on information received from their representatives. Now, they claim a printing plate from the company, which looked like that of the printing plate for the presidential ballot, had been smuggled out of the printing house. But addressing a news conference, Managing Director of the InnoLink company, Kingsley Kofi Addo, explained that indeed a printing plate was given out to a gentleman who is a staff of the printing firm. Now, Airvote had asked InnoLink to assist them in the printing of the presidential ballots because it had encountered a challenge in its darkroom. Now, InnoLink decided to do so considering the time constraints. The plate is now in the custody of InnoLink Printing Limited and will be destroyed tomorrow. And okay, joining me on the phone line is our own Kojo Mainu, who's been monitoring the issue. Good evening, Kojo Mainu. Good afternoon. You're on The Pulse. What more can you tell us about this accusation and counter accusations?
Okay, so basically you've explained a greater part of what the InnoLink Limited has been telling us. You recall that yesterday the Director of Elections for the NPP had raised an alarm. He said that there have been security breaches here at InnoLink where they're printing ballot papers for the presidential elections for the Greater Accra and the Volta region. Now, their representative here said that a gentleman came in, was given a plate, and then walked out. He wasn't identified, they didn't know who he was, and so they raised the alarm. They called the Director of Elections. He then called back to the company and asked that he speak to the production manager, one Martin Anderson. According to Mr. J. Kosa, as of yesterday, he said that there was back and forth on the phone, and after 10 minutes, the man did accept that a printing plate had been given out. Now, today at the press conference, we are told that yesterday there was a meeting with all stakeholders. And when I say stakeholders, I mean the representatives of the various political parties, the NPP, the PPP, the NPC, as well as the security officials, who are also making sure that there are no breaches as far as the printing is concerned. Now, all of the issues were resolved, I'm told, according to the Managing Director, Mr. Addo, and he tells us that the printing, the printing plate that was taken out was as a result of a request made by Airvote Printing Company. You know that that's a company that has been given the contract to print the pink sheets, that's
exactly
the statement of full. And so the company had encountered a challenge, and so they requested that InnoLink helped it out by printing some, a plate for the pink sheet. And so that was done and handed over to Airvote. They claim that they decided to do that because of the time constraint. Airvote said that they cannot go back to the UK and do so. We are told it's called exposing it to light. Do so and then come back to Ghana and continue with the printing. Because of the time, we have just 2 weeks left to the elections. And so they decided to do so to help the company out and also just to make sure that the elections are not delayed, as it were. And so that was what happened. They have called a meeting with all the stakeholders and they have agreed. Indeed, they say that the entity has agreed to what has happened and that they have apologized to the company.
So at exactly what time, Kojo, is this plate supposed to be destroyed?
We are told it will be destroyed tomorrow in the presence of all stakeholders. And even at the meeting today, there were representatives from the NDC, from the PPP, from the CDP, and also the BNI who have been monitoring the process so far. We didn't have rest from the NPP. They didn't explain why. They didn't offer any explanation. But they say that they have informed them of this press conference and they have agreed to the substance of this press conference.
Well, many thanks to you, Kojo. We trust you for an update or a follow-up on this whole story. Let's come back to the studio where I'm joined by the Yankon Kwaman. So how has it been?
Yeah, normal.
The race has been tough, but you never give up.
Oh, yeah.
So you have been disqualified. The first instance, the Supreme Court gave you the chance to go and rectify your mistake. You couldn't, you're not able to make it. And some people feel that you simply are not prepared for the precedent. You just wanted to waste everybody's time.
Oh, no. You know, we thank the Supreme Court for the decision they took, giving us the opportunity to make any necessary amendment. Actually, I had nothing to amend on my form because my form was perfect. There was nothing wrong with my form.
So why were you disqualified?
Yeah, the EC were insisting that 3 people who signed for me, Alfred Yovoglo, Raymond Dagadu, and Edu Thomas, have also gone to sign for someone else. But they came to deny that they did not sign for anybody, you know. So the lady, the EC chairperson, asked me to bring those people, which I presented those people to her. And I thought that should be enough, you know. So at the end of the day, she decided to do what she wanted. But for our country to move forward and also to have peaceful elections, I decided not to bother myself, and then decided to throw our weight behind Nana Akpaloo for the 2016 elections.
Why not any other party? Why the NPP?
Yeah, actually, if I've considered our manifesto critically, you'll see that in our manifesto, page 13, for instance, we are claiming that we're going to build over 250 new factories nationwide to create 180,000 jobs. Nana Akpaloo is talking about 1 district, 1 factory. So we thought it wise that they are doing the same thing that we intend to do. So why don't we support them in that direction instead of sharing our ideas? So we are even going to add what we have to them. And we believe that at the end of the day, when we combine ideas and forces together, we should be able to build even more than the 250 factories that we are proposing, because 1 + 1 is 3. You understand? That is the synergy, power of synergy. So we believe that. And then we're also talking about putting money into people's pocket. Nana Akpaloo is also talking about restoring the teacher training allowances and also introducing other social benefits. And we believe that we are in consonant. I mean, we are doing the same thing. So, I mean, I'm also, we are talking about turning Ghana into an ICT hub. They are also saying the same thing. So why don't we support them? And Nana Akpaloo is also a perfect gentleman. And I mean, the guy has a swag. Nana Akpaloo has a swag.
Is that the reason why you want to support him, because of his swag?
Oh, yes. Because you see, we're going for international conferences and stuff like that. And you don't need a door president. You need somebody, I mean, who can carry himself very, very well in the international community. So I believe he's the right guy at the moment for the job.
You talk about an ICT hub,
Yeah.
which makes you support the NPP because you're talking about the same thing. Is that the only thing that...
Oh, yeah, because...
that's the only thing that tickles you to join the NPP? Or which of their other ideologies do you buy into?
Yeah, you know, if you're looking at the ICT, for instance, yeah, we are talking about training our kids from primary school to SHS with computer programming and coding to prepare them for future jobs. Because if you are looking at the future jobs, without computer programming and coding, you can't get a good job. You understand? So that's how the world is turning into. So we have to also prepare our case for that. And then we'll be able to create a lot of millionaires in this country if you're able to tap into that industry very, very well. And aside that, we are talking about investing in sports. Even taking the team for both parties' manifesto, you'll see that IPP, we are talking about a new plan for jobs and wealth creation, whilst they are also talking about agenda for jobs. So it's all to do with jobs, because currently most Ghanaians are suffering. They are not working, not that they don't want to work, but the jobs are not there. Happened to visit one of the factories at Tema, and my sister, the way our own brothers and sisters are suffering in that company. I don't want to mention the company's name here. I mean, as if they are slaves in their own country. And because there are no jobs, so anybody who enters into this country set up a small factory and try to treat our brothers and sisters anyhow, paying them with pretense. So we believe that it's time that we have to do things different from the way we've been doing things. And I believe Nana Akufo-Addo and his MPP will be able to give us what we need as a country.
But there are those who feel, Mr. Akpaloo, that right from the first step, you were not prepared to be a president. I mean, you decided to join and pick nomination forms and all of that just because you wanted to join along the line, join one of these big parties or this major political parties, and that you never were serious about becoming a presidential candidate.
Everybody knows I'm a serious guy. I'm a very, very serious guy. Very, very serious. You see, like if I had not been able to fill my form, that would have been a different thing. I filled my form perfectly right. You see, did not say I did not fill the form well.
Did you know from the onset that you'll be disqualified?
Oh no, how can I know that?
But actually, that's not your first time.
No, you see,
contesting.
No, you see, in 2004 I contested as an MP for Malaysia, where I got 10,704 votes. Okay, 2008 I was not in town, and then 2012 I wanted to contest for presidency. And
you were,
yeah, I was not. My forms were rejected. So I learned from that. Are you okay? Because that I got to know that it's a whole book, 4 books, and then you have to travel nationwide, get the people. So I got all my people ready. So when the nominations were open, straight away we grouped them. We give them the form they sign. Are you okay? Region by region. So everything was done perfectly. On the 20th, everything had been done. Are you okay? So it's not like. I mean, we learn from mistakes and we move on. But just this particular election, you can see there are a lot of problems going on. This is the first time we are hearing this printing press having difficulty. Yeah. So even the press have to pay money, you know. Right. They are trying to bring a whole lot into the whole thing, you know, trying to criminalize people and all those kind of stuff. And I don't know what the EZ is looking for. So I think they've lost focus. So we have to all help them to do the right thing, I think, for the benefit of our country. So I think the EC need help.
And looking at, I mean, your history that you've tried a couple of times, you've been disqualified. Do you think, or you're not even thinking of trying again next time?
Oh no, I'm coming back on the 2020 because we are helping Nana Akufo-Addo in this election. We made it clear that because we are not contesting, our followers, our members are calling us that what are we doing, who do we supposed to support and all those kind of stuff. So we said, okay, after considering a whole lot of stuff, Nana Akufo-Addo is the best option. So they should all vote for Nana Akufo-Addo. And they've agreed, and they are working massively for to win more votes for Nana Akufo-Addo. I was in voter region. I came only yesterday, and it was great, you know. More people, and this time around, I believe that MPP will get no less than 30% of the vote.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% optimistic that they're going to get no less than 30%. Because you see, and if you have studied the pattern of voting in the voter region,
right?
You know, it goes like this: the pattern, yeah. NDC, for instance, their vote goes like this, yeah, and then go like this, zigzag. Yeah, so it increased this time, it goes down, goes up.
Are you saying this based on a research you've conducted?
Oh, yes.
Or you an observer?
No, my research. If you look at the percentage-wise, they are going down like this.
And what was your respondent
And
base?
then in the last election, they shoot up.
Okay,
Once MPP, this thing is climbed in, and then 2012, they went down a little bit. Are you okay? And then the other smaller parties, in a sharp decline. Are you okay? So we've done all this research, and we know the pattern of voting in the voter region, and we are suspecting something. If you look at the 2012 results, the jump from 500,000 to 700-something thousand for NDC, we suspect there should be. We have to look at that figures again. Yeah.
Right. So there are those who feel, Akpaloo, that you don't really command a huge support base or a huge followers.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And so you supporting the NPP It's neither here or there. I mean, it will not do anything to
unless you don't
the
know
NPP.
me. No, unless you don't know me and you don't know my capability and you don't know how I easily attract people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you now going to attract the people, or you've attracted them already?
I attracted them.
Right.
You know, if you, I don't know whether you watch our last press conference where we threw our weight behind Nana Akufo-Addo.
Right.
You saw our executives. Are you okay?
Okay.
You see, what these people are working. Even at Akpaloo last Sunday.
Right.
When I was coming, are you okay? All the guys, who were following me. We have to walk through the street of Akpaloo with my people. Are you okay? And it was great, you know. So the following, they are there, and every day we are adding more people to join IPP. A lot of people, they believe in me, and they know that if I say I will do this, I will do it. You understand? So, like I said, in 2004, you know, I contested at Menchia as an independent candidate.
Okay.
And Adokufo was the president's brother. He was the defense minister. He was acting as an interior minister. I gave him a run for his money. I beat NDC there.
Okay.
I beat PNC there. I beat CBP there. And I came second to Akufo's brother. I've forgotten the name. You understand? Dr. Adokufo. So, if I know where to get my people, and I know how to bring them together. We don't do politics like the way you guys do it here. We do our stuff on the quiet.
If you say you guys, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, you know, like sometimes people believe in that when you gather people at one place, like a rally, that's what they call campaigning.
That's what I was coming to ask you, because you talk about the crowd that follow you anytime you go around. What is your conviction that this crowd indeed will vote for Kofi Akpaloo or will support the NPP as you have supported them?
From our party point of view, most times, so when a party decide to support one candidate, you see other people raising counter. We are for it, we are not for it, and all those. IPP, we don't get, because we do things professionally. Are you okay? Right. All the executives came together, both that's regional constituency and then the national. We all came together and said, this is what we are supporting, and this is why we are supporting them. So we all agreed. And then we came together, we did a press conference, and then we decided to support Nana Dankwa. And we are not ending there. We are all working. If you go to Novrongo, they are working. If you go to Sisala West and Sisala East, they are all working. Everywhere they are working. Pando, they are all working. So everywhere, South Dai, everywhere they are working. So we are not saying that we've threw our weight behind Nana Dankwa and then we go and sleep. I'm telling you, Nana Dankwa will be the next president. He will win the elections.
You are sure about that?
Oh, 100%. And he will win this election. It's not going for a second round. If anybody's thinking that it's going for a second round, the person is mistaken.
Well, you certainly have higher expectations,
because
declaring support for the NPP.
Yeah.
What are those expectations?
Oh, what I'm expecting is that Ghanaians are going to benefit from Nana Akufo-Addo becoming president. Are you okay? Because I believe their policies is going to transform this economy. It's going to create jobs. It's going to stimulate the economy. It's going to put money into people's pocket for people to buy goods and services, and business begin to boom. When the businesses are doing well, young men and women will be. I mean, this is a country where our base rate is 25.6%, and how can you run an economy with 25% base rate? So I believe that when MPP gets this opportunity, they will be able to bring it to a single figure, a single digit, and it will help the small businesses to do very, very well. We also have fantastic ideas that we are going to use to support Nana Akufo-Addo, and we believe that those ideas will go well to help this economy to grow, because we believe that in our manifesto, we propose that we're going to set up a $10 billion job fund. And that $10 billion job fund, what we're going to do is that our young men and women who are coming from universities and polytechnics, we're going to support them with money to start their own businesses. We don't believe in this 5,500 cities, 600 cities start a business. We're talking about, let's say you have a fantastic idea. If you can create about 20 jobs, we'll give you, let's say, 100,000 or 200,000 or 1 million Ghana cedi to start that business. It's not going to be free money. It's going to be in the form of a loan, and then you pay back. You understand? We're also going to work with the banks to guarantee loans for our young men and women who want to start their own businesses. All that we want to do is I want to create jobs. So anything that we will do to create jobs, we are going to use those ideas to support Nana Akufo-Addo to be able to transform this economy. And I can assure you, anybody who will vote for Nana Akufo-Addo will not waste their vote, because we will all work together to help this country to grow.
Now, you're talking about what the electorate or all the other people will benefit from the NPP. How, you yourself, what are your expectations?
Yeah, my expectation is I will have the joy, the inner joy inside me, that my young men and women in this country are having a good place to sleep. Are you okay? Those who are sleeping on the street. When you go out in the evening, maybe from 8 o'clock, go to Okaishi and see people sleeping in front of shops. I want to see those people being housed. That is my expectation. I want to see, I don't want to see our young men and women selling on the street. I want to see them being retooled or reskilled to get good jobs. I want to see our young men and women with talents, their talents being developed. That is my motivation. That is what will keep me going. That is what will make me happy, because I believe
many a times a lot of people would join or want to support the bigger parties because probably they want some appointments. In the event the party wins, are you expecting to get a ministerial appointment or any other appointment?
No, that's not even my expectation.
Okay.
I don't believe in those things. I believe in serving my country. I believe in I can serve my country without necessarily be a minister.
What exactly would you be doing?
Oh, I can sit at the background, and then we'll be sharing ideas.
As an advisor to the president?
Fantastic. That can be a good idea, or maybe to a ministry or to a department, just helping them. Like, for instance, I don't see why we should not have social security number given to everybody from birth. I don't see why we should not have address system. Are you okay? And the two linked together to create what we call credit economy. You know, when these things are done, we'll be able to get a credit economy. When you want to buy this watch or want to buy maybe this furniture, you don't need to carry money to go and buy, cash to go and buy. You just walk to the shop and you say, well, I need this. Then they take your particulars, where you are working, your bank account details, and then they give it to you and you pay by installment. So by direct debit, you know, they will take it gradually from you. If you want to buy a car, that's how it's supposed to be. And then businesses will be springing. Business will be doing very, very well. These ideas, I believe, and then I don't see why people should make money in this country without paying taxes. Are you okay? People like you who are in the formal employment, so you suffer taxes, but some people are doing very, very well. They're doing even 10 times of what you are making in a month, in a day.
So would you like to be in charge of the Ministry of Finance? So
No, I not necessarily.
All these
you know, sit down with people, show them what we should do to benefit the country. Not necessarily being in charge, are you okay? But if they will listen, say, please, if we do it this way, it will help. These are the benefits associated with this. Because maybe we said 31st of October, or maybe 30th of April, or 4th of April, or 5th of, let's say 5th or 6th of April, we said everybody who made income in the past year should submit his or her tax return, compulsory tax return. Everybody will declare taxes, everybody will pay their taxes, and then this corruption and all those kind of stuff will come down, because people are stealing money and putting into people's account. I know, are you okay? So when you have people compelled to file their taxes, you do know that this is the only country where somebody wake up in the morning and then the person is filthy rich, and nobody asks the person how you came out of those riches. Are you okay? And I believe that we should have a government that should be so serious that we should be able to question people, the source of their wealth. Are you okay? Not that we want to attack people, but if you made money genuinely, you have to declare the taxes that you've paid. Are you okay? Because if you are able to buy a Mercedes for, let's say, $200,000, and you are not able to tell us how you came out with that money and the taxes that you paid, then you are not being fair to the country. So we have to put things right. You have to do things right. All requires our thinking, deep thinking. And Africa, our problem is about human resources. So let's invest in our human resources, and then we'll be able to add value.
So what is Kofi Akpaloo bringing on board the NPP campaign trail? We're talking about human resource, we're talking about financing. Yeah. Where do you stand?
We're talking about ideas or
all in all, I mean, what you're bringing on board for the NPP, including financial assistance.
Oh, actually, I'm not a millionaire. so I cannot give money to them. Yeah, I must be honest. I'm not a millionaire. I cannot
You don't need to be a millionaire
no,
to
no,
support your party.
I support them because right now I just came from Volta region.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll be going back because Otumfuo Nana was said to Abibu, he lost the mom. Yeah. So tomorrow they'll be having a 1 week, and I have to go to Kumasi, okay, because of that. So after that, I have to come back to the Volta region to continue the campaign there. We want to touch base with the people, and it's so simple. The people are so lovely, and they want to vote for Nana Akufo-Addo. So we are helping them to vote for Nana Akufo-Addo, okay. And we will do everything humanly possible to make sure Nana Akufo-Addo gets not less than 10% of the vote. And I can guarantee you that one will be done. It's simple. Within these 2 weeks left, we will make sure Nana Akufo-Addo gets that, and he will get it.
You've said it.
Oh yeah.
We have
I'm confident. No, it's just two weeks from today, okay?
And you think you can make a significant impact?
Oh, serious? No, the impact has been made already. It's yet to manifest.
But what strategy are you going to use to convince your supporters? Because definitely people like you, your supporters want you and not Nana Akufo-Addo. Yeah. So how are you going to change their thinking or inculcate into them the love for the NPP?
Oh yeah, we're going to them, talking to them one-on-one. Okay, we are talking to them one-on-one, and they are buying into it because it's very simple. If you want to vote for me, and I'm saying that this idea that I have, I'm using those ideas to support Nana Akufo-Addo. And Nana Akufo-Addo also have his idea. But the whole thing is that people have been brainwashed to believe that Nana Akufo-Addo is arrogant, Nana Akufo-Addo is there. They are all not true. Nana Akufo-Addo is a very nice person, very pleasant. I can tell you, if you get closer to him, then you know that the man is very nice. And one thing I want everybody to understand is that any times we hear that this person is bad, this person is this person, it means that person is good. I'm telling you, sometimes people want to tarnish people's image for any other reason that they can think of. But I can tell you that Akufo-Addo, they say the way people say he's arrogant and all that, it's not true. He's a very nice person. Let me give you one secret. In 2013, when there was this court issue, all the presidential candidates went to see Nana Akufo-Addo in his house. I was part of the delegation.
Right.
We went there, and to Hassan Yariga and Henry Latte, they told Nana Akufo-Addo that because I did not contest the election, he should let me leave the room. Oh. And Nana Akufo-Addo, do you know what Nana Akufo-Addo said? No, I can't do this. I need everybody around. Are you okay? So that statement alone made me love Nana Akufo-Addo. Are you okay? So this is a person people are claiming he divisive, he's this, he's arrogant, he's like that. It's not true. Akufo-Addo is a perfect gentleman.
So on what basis are you predicting a win for Nana Akufo-Addo?
Oh, if you look at the wind of change blowing, it's everywhere. Everybody wants change. Pako Sindum wants change. Hassan Yariga wants a change. Kuyadonko wants a change. Akpaloo wants a change. Henry Latte wants a change. Ivor Greenstreet wants a change. The couple say want a change. So, if we are not contesting, we have to support Nana Akufo-Addo so that the change comes. Are you okay? So, to me, I'm asking all the Ghanaian young men and women there, if you want the best for yourself, just vote for Nana Akufo-Addo.
Well, thank you very much, Kofi Akpaloo. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In your decision. And this is the